I'm at a party I don't wanna be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie yet. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eyes. Can you take my hand, finish my drink, say shall we dance? Hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Yeah, I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in anyway? 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel that maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. Trying to talk but we can hear ourselves. Pictureless, I'd rather kiss them right there. With all these people all around, I'm crippled with anxiety. But I'm told it's where I'm supposed to be. You know what? It's kinda crazy 'cause I really don't mind. Can you make it better like that? Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Oh yeah, yeah. When we walked in I said I'm sorry. But now I think that we should stay. 'Cause I don't care when
Sorry,
I'm
Rick.
with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights.
I love that song. I don't know why, and I'm not even a big Biebs fan. I'm an Ed Sheeran fan, but that song's got me going this week. How's everyone doing? I'm sorry, Rick Rob, that you missed. Clearly not the chosen one. Is this Adam Levine getting on his hands and knees, dipping tacos in cheese? Oh no, some other dude that looks like him. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day? I had a honey-do list. It was like this long today. I went with my wife to do most of it though. So that's why there's no 11:30 drop. We started right away this morning. And so I'm a little backed up on some other things with the breaks and sorts and ships and stuff. So we will do a drop tomorrow. This is one of our last 2 fantasy spots for Luminance, so we'll have one more. I don't know what we'll do. We might just do a random mixer or something and just give away the last spot instead of doing another Luminance break. We'll see. We'll see what it is. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully I can make it better for some of you with some pulls. Obviously I can't do it for everyone on a half case, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe work some magic here. So, I don't know. Let's have some fun. Here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Now, I didn't advertise, but it is a fresh case. Did I hit record? I did. All right, so what we're going to do here is we'll crack this open. I think it's, what is it? I can't remember if it's 4 or 3 columns. So we got, 3 rows of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be our first 4. It's going to be a 2, so that's going to be the 4 on the left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we'll take the 1, 2, 3 will be the middle, 4, 5, 6 will be the right. We'll take the top 2. It is a 3, so it'll be this middle section here. We'll take the top 2. All right. There's our half case, 6 boxes. Anybody do anything fun today? Hump day? Do a little action on hump day? Nothing? All right. We're going to have a quiet room again tonight, man. That's my favorite part of this group is that we had chatty people. Now we don't have chatty people. Where's everyone been? Everyone turns the volume down on me. Is that what happens? All right, let's get it. All right, first first box up. Any requests for your teams? Got people watching. I'm going to have to start doing trivia again. Make you guys talk for credit. Elite comes out next Friday, I believe. Is it Wednesday or Friday? We'll look then. I was able to get one box of first off the line. There's a Kyler Murray to get it started. He will be in his pro uni. Oh, listen to this, guys. So right before I'm watching this quarterback competition back when Tom Brady was not a nobody, but like just a young buck making a name. Sam Darnold and a Devin White for the Bucks, 2/5. Deshaun Watson out of 25 for the Houston Texans. That going out to Bryce Plower. Nice 3-color swatch out of 25. So I guess Daniel Jones was at a Yankees game. Yankees or Mets. It's a New York game. I think they said Yankees. And they showed Daniel Jones on the big screen. And he got booed by everybody. Booed. The guy hasn't even practiced yet. And they booed him. That's messed up, right? Like, are they that bitter about their draft pick? Like, he didn't probably want to play for New York either. Why is that his fault? I feel bad for the guy, man. He even, they interviewed him. They're like, how did that... He's like, obviously, I try not to listen to it, but he's like, you hear it. He was like a little bit, I think, taken back by it. I don't think he expected that. And then, what was the other big thing? Shoot, there was another little tidbit of news I thought was interesting. I'll have to think about it. Tim Brown, Gaskin, Quinnen Williams, N'Keal Harry, Calvin Ridley, Le'Veon Bell, Saquon Barkley. Here's a Drew Brees out of 99. Myles Garrett out of 225. And Jalen Ferguson, I believe, going to the Baltimore Ravens. That is going to be Chris. Chris pulling some nice baseball card today. Jalen Ferguson. So I was listening to my fantasy podcast, and there was a really interesting piece on need versus position need versus position scarcity was the concept behind it. We can almost start talking fantasy football all the time. So the idea was the guy was in the 5th round. He had 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers already. So he knew he wanted to get a wide receiver or a tight end, right? And so his choice was Brandon Cooks going into the 5th or Evan Ingram. So I ask you guys, you have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. He didn't say who they were, but I assume, 2 decent running backs and wide receivers. So it was a PPR league, I believe. There's a Drew Lock rookie. Do you go Evan Ingram or Brandon Cooks? I'll let you guys kind of hop in there and maybe say who and why, and then I'll give what they kind of shared. It was interesting to hear the take on it. At a 275, Jalen Hurd. And for the Raiders, finally signed with the Raiders at a 99. Signed his rookie contract, I believe, yesterday. Farrell at a 99. Yeah, man, it's been hard for me. I haven't had a lot of football news to talk with you guys with, but we finally do. I'm thinking we have either a nice bet or a patch auto here. No, maybe not. Did they not give us our draft day auto? We'll see. Todd Gurley, Julian Love for the Giants, LJ Scott, Christian Wilkins. No one's going to answer. David Johnson, Biscuit, Melvin Gordon, Russell Wilson out of 275, and a Daniel Jones, 5 out of 10 for the New York Football Giants. So they skipped the draft day, but I don't care if they're giving us 5 out of 10. Daniel Jones, that right there is a boomer.
Wow, is it very nice?
Jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down.
So that's awesome that you brought that up there. That point up. Who was that? Rick Robb. There were no tight ends after, like, all the good ones around Ingram's were. Ingram was the last one of that tier available. Like, and then here's the thing. Here was his. Since not a lot of people are answering, his point was that he knew that Cooks and Ingram weren't coming back to him at the end of the 6th, right? So he knew whatever he didn't get, he was going to have to figure it out down in the end, like when he came back around. Well, it ended up he took Ingram, and he was glad he did, and everyone kind of supported it because there was nothing left at tight end when they came back to him. But he was actually able to get Miles Sanders and Dante Pettis as receivers, and their argument was one of those guys breaks out, there's the potential to put up Cook's numbers, where after that you were not getting a tight end to put up anywhere close to Ingram's potential. So I thought the bit that they did, that little segment, was really good. Nice card. That is a nice card. 5 out of 10. I love that red on there. It's probably hard to appreciate on camera. Who got them New York Giants? Frank Perez. Very nice card, dude. Well, I know you didn't make the break, Rick, but I'm glad you're in here. You're chatting, bud. I like it. First box. Way to kick it off. Let's keep it going. Yeah, that's my thing. Streaming tight end can get tricky depending on your waiver wire format and your free agency format. And you don't know, but wide receiver seems to be something you can always manage to grab someone or something. Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, and at the flex position, you can always play a second tight end if you scoop one up later, like if you get one. The guy after him ended up taking Brandon Cooks. It was funny. And he said he was praying he didn't take Cooks because he didn't want to feel guilty for leaving Ingram on the board. But I already picked up Ertz, I think it was, as a tight end. Kittle. Josh Jacobs at a 99. Maybe it wasn't Ertz. Jake Browning at a 275. And a biscuit going to the Chicago Bears. It's going to be Greg Eastis. Oh, so do I, Ron. I like Ingram a lot. Last year was a down year for him, but it was a down year for all the Giants players, really, except for Barkley, who even struggled, I think, in his own right. I don't think we've seen close to what Barkley's capable of, to be honest. Kyler Murray, another Kyler Murray insert rookie. We don't see him a ton. Yeah, I like Pettis a lot. I have his 101 contenders. Yeah, I mean, clearly the New York likes him more than the Giants like him more than Daniel Jones after he gets booed at the Yankees game. I can't believe that. How do you boo a guy? All right, I get it if Tom Brady's your quarterback and they draft someone and they think he might. All right, whatever. Aikman out of 100 and Jeffrey Simmons. I want to say the Titans, but I'd have to confirm. Out of 149. I'll have to look that one up. Barkley is awesome. Aikman out of 100. Yeah, Barkley is a special player that's, one of those decade players that doesn't come around for a long time. Like a berry, if you will. What am I doing? There's 2 more packs here. I'm trying to talk too much. No one's jumping in. Titans. It is Titans for the Simmons. All right, thank you. Aikman, a 6-time Pro Bowler. Anthony Ratliff-Williams. DeMarcus Lawrence, J.J. Watt, Marcus Mariota. There's an Aaron Donald out of 275. And for the Ravens, Miles Boykin. Miles Boykin out of 149. Well, that's the only thing, Ron, is that Ingram may thrive without OBJ, but the other argument to that is, and it's the same argument they're giving, OBJ, as hurt as he was often, he was still a distraction. He still pulled defenses. He still disrupted defensive plans if they didn't know if he was playing or not. Ooh, I think we have a patch auto here because we already pulled a patch. Darrell Henderson, liking him now with Gurley's news. Hawkinson, Pollard, McCaffrey, Andy Dalton, Nick Mullins, Lattimore. There's a DeAndre Baker for the Giants out of 25. There it is. 24 out of 25. The Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, baby. Boomer. There we go. 24 out of 25. Mr. Patrick Mahomes going out to Ron Maxa. Dude. It's been a couple weeks since we pulled that guy. There he is. There we go. Hopefully that'll wake some people up.
Kaboom!
There we go.
Wow, it's very nice.
You know what, John? I kind of gotta agree with you a little bit with Eli. You may not know, but you up till like last year and Eli's always been consistently mediocre. And for me in fantasy, that worked because I can get Eli as late as I want. And I know he's going to usually get me a touchdown or two. I can plan on probably at least one interception and like 200. He's consistent. I'm never going to get like, up till like I said last year or so, I wasn't going to get negative or 0 points out of Eli, you know. Where Matt Ryan can throw 5 touchdowns one week and 4 interceptions and 0 touchdowns the next. And I like Matt Ryan, but to me, he was always that guy that could be the leading passer of the year one season and number 22 the next. That's hard for consistency. So Eli was always a safe bet for me because you could always get him as late as you wanted. He generally stayed healthy up till when they pulled him for Geno Smith to play a game, and then the coach gets fired and everything goes to hell. Like, he didn't miss a game. So I never had to worry about, you know, I could play matchups. I could pick up a guy that maybe got dropped because someone needed a kicker. So for fantasy purposes, I liked it. No, I honestly think it's hard for me. People ask me the question about Josh Allen a lot, Rick. It's hard for me because I sound like a Bill. Like I hate when people do it. They just pick their guys. I think Josh Allen's special. I've heard a couple non-Bills fans say, you got to be excited. He might be the best quarterback out of that class. And my response is generally like, we'll see. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Devin White out of 149. Yeah, and John, you're not wrong there either. You're not getting luck late this year. Good luck getting luck late this year. That was in the past with injuries and after a bad season. Last time I drafted Luck, I got him in the first round because it was 6-point passing touchdowns. That was quite a few years ago. But yeah, Rivers and Stafford. I like Stafford late. Edelman, light speed. Byron Murphy, Patrick Laird. Marcus Mariota, Christian McCaffrey, Andy Dalton, Nick Mullins. Chris Carson out of 275. And it's going to be a Rondé Barber out of 99. Bucks doing well. 3 hits already? Oh, no, the one was a Devin White out of 5 base card. Who got them Bucks? Carl. Carl, not a bad break, man. A Devin White auto, a Rondé Barber, and a Devin White base out of 5. Doing well with the Bucks. Allen could be ridiculous. People are the argument I hear about him all the time is oh, he's gonna get hurt. He's not a running quarterback. He did what he had to do last year to keep the ball safe, to keep the team rolling. Lawrence Taylor, Hakeem Butler, Ryan Finley, Benny Snell, Marshawn Lattimore, Eric Weddle, Bradley Chubb, Melvin Gordon out of 99, Emmanuel Hall out of 275, and how about a James Conner out of 99 for them Steelers? Yeah, I think Luck's going to be back at it this year. I think the Colts, that's going to be the comeback team of the year. The Colts are going to be the sneakiest team you don't know about at the start of the season. And I think preseason's even going to expose their skill a little bit. I think the AFC East is honestly going to be the toughest division. I mean, the Jets picked up, Bell, and they got Darnold coming in, and they have Robbie Anderson's one of the most underrated receivers, I think, in the league. Obviously you have Miami picking up some dudes, including Rosen, Kyler Murray, rookie, Jameis Winston. And then the Patriots just drafted so well. Tyler Lockett out of 49. And vet auto, Jamison Crowder. That's our second vet. We got 2 vet autos in that one. Jamison Crowder for the this is actually going to the Jets. New York Jets. Jamison Crowder out of 75. We need to get this Mahomes up over here while we go get this other box. Yeah, but drafts are going to be starting for us. Hopefully we get one in this week, and that's the goal. I always like to, it's hard because I always like to make sure that we can get everyone in the league available. We do the best we can with it. We can't, obviously, it's just like anything. Sometimes you have to have a proxy or pre-rank your players, but we do the best we can for it. It's hard with people who work in different shifts, different work schedules, and that's the beauty of online. You can always give someone your login and do a proxy. Oh, me too, man. As much as I don't want the Dolphins to be great, but I think Fitz went to Miami too. Not that he's an answer. Is it Fitzpatrick? Isn't he in Miami? Got another Devin White there for the Cowboys. Tony Pollard. Lamar Jackson. Zach Ertz. Corey Davis. Aaron Jones. Jermaine Pratt out of 275. And Deebo Samuel out of 349. Deebo Samuel. At a 349. Jermaine Pratt out of 275. Larry Fitzgerald, Greedy Williams, Jalen Ferguson, Noah Fant. Oh, who had Niners for Debo? Jonathan Thomas on the Niners. Zay Jones, Matt Breida, Jared Goff, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Donald out of 275. And how about another vet? Man, this is one of those vet cases. We saw it before. Kerryon Johnson out of 199 going to the Detroit Lions. Josh getting one. I think so too. Fitz will mentor. I think that was a smart move. Fitz is the smartest quarterback, and I don't mean talent-wise, but when you look at the Wonderlic test or whatever, he's got the smarts. He's a good dude with a good heart. Does a local charity here. I won't go into the whole detail of it all now, but the guy has a heart of gold. Lil Jordan Humphrey, Tyree Jackson. He's a bright guy. I think he'll do well for Rosen. Maybe bring him down a notch. Out of 99 was the Russell Wilson, and out of 25, DeAndre Walker for the Titans. Dalvin Cook purple swatch as well. The whole Murray thing sounded like a ticket sale. Like that was a cash grab for them, dude. They wanted to sell tickets. Rosen wasn't going to do that. He wasn't the big name. Kyler Murray was the big name. They had the first pick. Their tickets are going to sell better with Murray than they are, as long as they're not losing the first 9 games. Yeah, I don't know much about Rosen. I mean, I think that was a humbling experience for him, so I hope he uses it and just focuses on his game. But I think it was pretty transparent what their move was there. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Deontay Thompson, and Elijah Holyfield at a 349. You know what's crazy? We've got all these vets. We haven't seen a draft day because we got the Patrick Mahomes. Man, that's nuts. We have 2 more boxes left, but that's crazy. I haven't seen the next 2 should be. But we saw that in our vet case before where we pulled that Barry Sanders auto out of 5, I think it was. And we pulled, Lamar Jackson, a Trubisky auto, I think it was. We saw very few draft autos, but banger vet. So this might be one of those vet cases. All right, here we go. Julian Edelman, Elijah Holyfield, Montez Sweat, Hawkinson and Pollard, Melvin Gordon, Matt Ryan, Kenyon Drake. There's a Nick Foles for the Jags at a 99. L.J. Scott for the Ravens. And Antonio Brown. Yeah, well, I think David Johnson, he was hurt right in 17. He came back last year. I think he was still kind of one of those guys that wasn't into the swing of things. I mean, I think David Johnson's going to produce a little bit more just in general. I don't think they, like you said, they ran him up the middle. They didn't use him very well. So there's that too. Christian Kirk has a year under his belt. So, you know, they have him as a receiver now. Who else do they have out there for receivers? Is Fitzgerald still playing? Blau, Greedy Williams, Kenny Galladay, Sam Darnold. There's a David Johnson out of 100 there. And a Deontay Thompson out of 349. David Johnson out of 100. Yeah, I know. That is the problem, John. I'm not going to argue that. That's what I mean, is that they didn't use him effectively because you can't run a guy up the middle when you don't have an O-line. Especially, David Johnson's not the biggest dude. Dexter Williams, Jalen Ferguson, Noah Fant, Jermaine Pratt, Darius Leonard, Jalen Ramsey, Josh Rosen, Donald. There's a Josh Jacobs out of 49 and a Byron Murphy out of 149. Now this should be a draft day auto coming up. It could be a vet, but I imagine it's going to be a draft day. So I think that, I mean, here's what gets crazy though. Now you say, and this might have been where Arizona was thinking a little bit, right? It takes a while to develop a good O-line. You're hearing that from a Buffalo Bills fan who believes Buffalo has sucked so bad because they have not developed a good offensive line. Rosen wasn't going to fix that problem. Kyler Murray is mobile. They're like, oh, he can't see over the line. It doesn't matter. He's not going to have time to look over the line. What he's going to do, he's going to scramble. He'll start running, hit DJ on a route, like on rather it be a broken play or a planned, run and throw. I think they could, that combo right there could be pretty magic. Then you got Kirk running down. If he can chuck it long, I don't know, man. Some crazy things could happen. You might be surprised. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but you might be surprised what fantasy value those guys can return. Melvin Gordon out of 275. And for the Buffalo Bills, draft day, Devin Singletary going out to Al White. I'm excited to watch this guy in preseason. I'm going to go to a practice or two. Logan, maybe some flash divisions. I don't know, though. I can't promise anything yet. What up, Garrett? I mean, that's always a possibility. Yeah, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that, like, best case scenario, right? Best case scenario. And I'm trying to understand why they did it. I'm trying to understand why Arizona went in and traded so much for Rosen and then came out and traded so much more and Rosen for Murray, and then, you hear all this stuff. So I'm just trying to piece it together, honestly. Yeah, Scotty, it is out of 25. We also got a Daniel Jones out of 10. We pulled Adrian Peterson, Devin White, Arcega Whiteside, Tariq Cohen, Andrew Luck, Calvin Ridley, Le'Veon Bell, Tyreek Hill out of 275, and TJ Hawkinson, Detroit Lions. John, I didn't say they were going to win a champion. I can name mobile quarterbacks who put up big fantasy numbers. I can do that. I can't name one that won. But that wasn't my argument. My argument is you might be surprised how many fantasy points Murray, DJ, and Kurt can put up as like a stack. Don't be surprised if like the Millionaire Maker on DraftKings or something, if it's not won by someone who stacks at Cardinals like week 1 or 2. And the defense doesn't know how to handle them. The Murray, DJ, Kurt combo, they go off for too many points. Saquon Barkley out of 25. And another Bucks vet hit. Chris Godwin, Bucks tearing it up. Well, Wilson, Vic, and Cam have had success in the NFL. And John, your arguments just got defeated by your own team. Like, Cunningham was the man. But no, I agree. And I would say that I don't know if I'd consider Deshaun Watson his strength being a mobile quarterback. I know he is mobile, but it goes back to the Josh Allen thing. I don't necessarily think his mobility defines him as a quarterback. Or even Russell Wilson, necessarily for that matter. I would say that RG3 was one, Michael Vick was one. Ryan Finley had a 275. And another Bucks, John Lynch. But you get my argument, right? It's not winning quarterbacks, it's high-scoring quarterbacks. Because I'm certainly not going to sit here and say that they're going to win championships. I don't think Murray's the answer to championships by any means. It ain't going to happen. Joey Bosa out of 99. His Breeze can about as much as Tom Brady. Matt Ryan, Kenyon Drake. I mean, would you consider Ben Roethlisberger a mobile quarterback? The guy moves a lot. Peterson out of 275 and Alex Barnes to end it out of 99. All right, we're going to do a recap here, and don't forget, we have the fantasy spot to give out. I'm anxious to see the second half of this case. It's either going to have some more nasty vets, or that's where all the draft day signatures are hiding. Well, all right, so then, John, I'm going to go back to a question I had a few months ago. And you may have answered it then, I can't remember. Is Josh Allen a mobile QB or a pocket passer with mobility? I want to ask you, and maybe you guys answer this. Do you think that Josh Allen is a mobile QB, like a running QB, or a QB with mobility? Here we go. Saquon out of 25, Josh Jacobs out of 49, DJ out of 100, Foles out of 99, Wilson out of 99, Walker out of 25, a Kyler Murray base, Lockett out of 49, Baker out of 25, Aikman out of 100, Murray insert out of 99, Jacobs, Breeze out of 99, another Murray insert, and a Devin White 2 of 5. Just a few other numbered cards here. Rifle through real fast. Here we got Alex Barnes out of 99. John Lynch swatch. We got the vet auto Chris Godwin out of 99. Hawkinson out of 349. Draft day auto Devin Singletary, our only one. Byron Murphy out of 149. Deontay Thompson out of 349. Patch Antonio. Elijah Holyfield out of 349. Patch Dalvin. Vet auto Kerryon Johnson out of 199. Debo Samuel for the Niners out of 349. We got for the Jets, Jamison Crowder, vet auto. Lots of vet in this stuff. James Conner out of 99 swatch. Another vet, Rondé Barber for the Bucks out of 99. Devin White for the Bucks out of 149. Miles Boykin out of 149 for the Ravens. Simmons for the Titans out of 149. Yeah, I think that's why John Hill do well. He is a hybrid. I started to notice that near the end. I didn't realize he could run and score as well as he could. Mitchell Trubisky swatch. Farrell for the Raiders out of 99, just signing a huge contract. Jalen Ferguson out of 349, and a nice swatch for Deshaun out of 25. And then we have a Daniel Jones, 5 of 10. I can do that, John. 5 of 10, Daniel Jones. Auto. And this bad boy boomer right here, how about a Patty Mahomes? Mr. Ketchup on his steak himself, 24 out of 25. Patty Mahomes. It's a sharp-looking card, too. Boom. All right, guys, let's give away that fantasy spot. And you said send that Debo to Josh Long. I'll take a picture of it and then send it over. All right, let's give away that fantasy spot. I don't think Luck's going to be doing much running. Watson would be another hybrid, I would say. Wilson is a hybrid, I would say. I say that's like the cutoff where Wilson is. Roethlisberger's more throwing than running, but can run if needed. Maybe not so much in his older years. You know, I made some good money back in the day when Ryan Fitzpatrick, they would have the rushing yards for quarterbacks. Ryan Fitzpatrick would always be like right at 14 yards for a rushing quarterback, and he would almost always beat that 14 yards. It got to the point where they bumped him, I think, up to like 22, and I stopped putting any wagers on it because that's too unpredictable. But he'd always bust a good like 10, 12 yard run and then get a couple others. All right, I'm bringing you guys over in just a minute. Let me see here. All right, guys, here we go. 6/19/19, I believe. And this is Luminance fantasy spot number 10, I believe, because 11 is left, and then the commissioner spot's already full. Min roll 5. Bring everyone in here. All right, all 32 entries are in. Roll the dice. 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Final round. Top name gets a fantasy spot. Dusty White getting the fantasy spot. As long as you don't have one, Dusty, if you do, you can always trade it or do whatever you like with it. But that is going to be Dusty White with the fantasy spot. I'm going to go to our page right now and update that. Come on, where it at? Where it at? Where it be? There it is. Dusty White with spot 10, and you do not have one. And now, if you have one in another league, that's fine. You can have them in multiple leagues. You just can't have multiple spots in a league. Dusty White, spot 10. There you go. Alrighty, Ruru. You may be right, John. Okay, I saw an Archego Whiteside. I did see one. I didn't see a Sanders, though. Alright, guys, I'm going to roll out 952. Maybe some flash divisions later, possibly. Alright, guys. Thanks for jumping in. That was fun. Catch y'all soon. Peace.